Hey guys, welcome to the Tire Series 7. Today I'm reviewing that Switch is the Marvel Legends Series 20th Anniversary Wolverine action figure, so really cool, really blessed to pick this up the other day. Actually got this on sale. A lot of the stores are clearancing these out right now, so pretty cool. If you're kind of on the fence about it, definitely time to pick them up. We got the nice blue packaging, we got the yellow Marvel Legends Series, we have Wolverine here, nice clear view of Wolverine in box. I love this little silhouette of Wolverine they did. I think it just looks so awesome, and I love all of these kind of package design they've done for this line. It just looks really cool. And yeah, let's open this up. And you do get an alternate pair of fisted hands for Wolverine, and you also do get two head sculpts. This is the first one. This is kind of angry, ready to fight face, and I do like how the hair is molded, but I'm going to be honest, I do not see Hugh Jackman in this one. This is the other head that you get with it, and I gotta say, I really like this head. I like this head here more than I like this head, because to me, this just doesn't look like Hugh Jackman. But this actually does look like Hugh Jackman, and at least Hugh Jackman from Xmen Origins Wolverine, which I believe this is based on. And as you can see, the hair is slicked back, and it's also got the little sides, and I'm probably going to put this head on it real quick, but I just think this head looks better and looks more like the actor. Judging by the shirt, I think this is supposed to be Wolverine from X-Men Origins Wolverine. The movies, like, they don't actually say which ones they're supposed to be from, and we've seen some sets like the Magneto and Professor X set where they're kind of a combination of a bunch of different movies. But one thing that's really interesting that a lot of people probably already know is this particular jacket that Wolverine has in X-Men Origins Wolverine is like the same jacket I think he wears in all three of the first movies. So you could really say this is Wolverine from either of those if you want to do that, and I think that's pretty cool. It's got this kind of yellow on it, which is pretty neat, kind of like dust or something, and it's got the brownish stripes. Always kind of reminds me of Wolverine's second costume is brown and red, or was it brown and yellow? Yeah, and it just looks really neat, and I like how they're consistent with this. You do see it around the figure, so it's not just like one or two, it's there, and it does look pretty good, and I like how the sleeves kind of cover the arms there too. They look neat. And then moving down his shirt, you can see it's kind of like a checkered shirt, and it looks neat. You can also see his tank top there, which is kind of cool because we got a Wolverine and one of those shirts earlier from the Amazon one, and that was the version that I went after just because I felt that was a more definitive version of the movie character, but I decided to pick this one up while it was on sale, and I don't think this is a bad version of Wolverine either. I just feel that one's a little bit closer to how he appeared in most of the movies. Really cool. I like the belt buckle here. This was also on the other Wolverine figure, and it just looks really good. I think it's completely new. I don't think they've ever used that belt buckle before, and it's just really cool looking. And then moving down the jeans, you can see they're kind of faded a little bit too, so they look really good. And then he also has the boots on. I think those are boots. They might just be shoes. I don't know. And then he has the claws. And I will be honest, I really like these claws. And they did use some more claws, like the comic book claws. I know a lot of people have complained about those. And personally, that's why I actually don't buy many of the Wolverine figures, because the comic book claws on them are just so bad. Like, they're really thin. But these movie claws are perfect. They're not bent. They're not warped. They look exactly what they're supposed to look like. And I just think that looks really cool. And I'm glad they didn't make them the way that they make the comic book ones. Hopefully we see them kind of continue with this later. Now, in terms of articulation, Wolverine's got a 360 of the head. He can look up and down. He's on like a dumbbell joint too, by the way. He's got 360 of the arms, swing out the shoulder, and really cool, he's on butterfly joints. This actually surprised me because you can't really see them because of how the jacket is, but he does have butterfly joints, and that's pretty cool. He's got a 360 there, double jointed elbows, 360 at the wrist, and they're on hinges. And then the legs, well, he has also got a 360 of the torso and an ab crunch, and then the legs go forwards, backwards, and outwards. You got a 360 at the thigh, a little stiff though. You got double jointed knees, which are nice, and then the feet move up and down and go side to side. So in terms of articulation, pretty much what we're used to, but I'll be honest, I did not expect the butterfly joints, but I really like those, and those are really cool too, like if you're wanting to do one of those Wolverine poses, where he kind of like puts his hands behind him while he's running almost, or, you know, like brings them out or extends them like he's about to slash. I just think that's really cool, and butterfly joints are really great on Wolverine figures. Here's a comparison with the Amazon exclusive Wolverine that I was talking about, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the heads on both of these figures are different. I know, like, these two heads are different, but I think they both came with, like, two heads, but I think all of the heads on all of these are better, and just, to me, these heads just look more like Hugh Jackman. Like, this head, I mean, I can see what they're going for, and the hair really does look like Hugh Jackman, but the overall face, I just don't see Hugh Jackman's face in that expression, and maybe it's just me, because I know a lot of people do like that head, but yeah, and you can see the belt buckles, which which are pretty cool. And then they also have the same shoes. So again, I think these two are based on the same movie. I'm not 100% sure about that. But considering they did wear looks that were kind of consistent to this throughout the film, it's not a big issue. Like in most of the movies that Wolverine appears in, he wears a shirt like this. And then Wolverine, like I was talking about earlier, wears that jacket in almost all 4 of the first X-Men movies. So, yeah. And then here's a comparison with the older Magneto, just to kind of see, or the younger Magneto, my bad. You can see how they scale together pretty well. And then also, here's a comparison of the Tom Holland Spider-Man from the MCU, just to kind of give you an idea of how the Fox movie figures look with the MCU figures. And also, this figure is a lot shorter, just because Tom Holland's like a kid in those movies, or not a kid, but a lot younger than grown adults. So obviously, they make his figure a little bit smaller. And plus, Tom Holland's just kind of a smaller person in general. And I think in real life, Hugh Jackman's like 6 foot something. And I remember they said that I think it was X-Men Origins Wolverine, that on the movie posters they actually tried to make some of the actors look taller than Hugh, because in the comic books Wolverine is arguably, or very well known for being short, and in the movies like Hugh Jackman's like 6 foot, so or something like that. So that's interesting. And even though you could probably tell that already, the movie Wolverines are a lot taller than the comic book Wolverines. But yeah, overall I think this is a pretty good action figure. I kind of prefer the Amazon one just because, like I was saying earlier, I feel that's the one that more matches this Wolverine. But at the same time, I do think this is a really good figure, and I like that they try to make these different versions, and I think it's pretty good. And definitely check out your local stores because these are going on clearance at the moment. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.